Hi Ameesha, hi Neil, welcome
Hello.
to the show.
Thank you.
We had you just some time ago, Neil.
I know, yes.
Great to have you back again.
Great to come back. Thank you.
Ameesha, I believe you unleashed your most evil side for this movie. Tell us about it.
I don't know whether it's the most evil,
Yeah.
but it's the most evil definitely that the audiences have ever seen. It's the first time evil.
Yeah.
Hard to do, exciting to do, and a challenging role. So it was different for me in my career at least.
Yeah.
You know, and as an actress to test that versatility and get that fine line where you're not overdoing it and like have people laughing at you. I think my director's really done a good job.
Yeah. But do you really have to tap into your dark side to get that thing out? That
No,
streak in
because
you?
I really don't have a dark side.
Come on, really? You think so?
Yeah. I'm not manipulative, cunning, shrewd. I wish I was.
Yeah.
Because I'd benefit a lot out of having that evil in mind.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I'm not. I'm just happy-go-lucky all the time.
What do you think, Neil? You play dark, a lot of dark shades actually. Do you think we all have this little dark and good, the evil and good that they say?
Well, I think we all do.
Yeah.
We all definitely have, you know, every man has a split personality, for sure.
But this is again another very different role for you from what the promo was saying, right?
And he's done it brilliantly, Madhu, I have to tell you.
Really?
I mean, to make Neil look like that, to make Neil perform like that, and he's the quintessential hero, you know, for the first time. I think you see him doing phenomenal action. You see him, he's known as a good actor.
Right, yeah.
And experiments with different genres of films and all that boys don't take risks on. You know, young actors try and always go the safe path. But Neil has really taken chances, and this is, I would say, his showcase, because this shows the world that he can dance like any other hero. He can romance like any other hero. He's like full mirch masala, action on, humor, evil side. You know, he's everything in this film.
But you haven't yet done that very over-the-top, like total Bollywood hero-giri kind of thing. You know, we want to
Well, I haven't, but I'm doing it.
You're doing it? Okay.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it for my next film. It's a film called Dashera, where I play an encounter specialist. So, but coming back to Shortcut Romeo, it also has a lot of glimpses of what, you know, Hindi films actually should be.
Okay.
I, without sounding pompous, want to tell you that, you know, for a long time I was questioning myself and the kind of films that I've been doing, that, you know, they don't eventually work on the box office. So I used to sit and I, you know, analyze this. And I said, okay, you know, I think people want entertainment. People, when they go, you know, on Friday to watch a film, they probably already are so, you know, stressed in their lives and etc. They want to go back, you know, and just relax. But at that point, but at the same point, I never understood why would people say, go for this film but leave your brains behind and go. Up till now, I've seen so many actors, film after film. It's the same look, it's the same body language, same performance.
Yeah,
absolutely. And you actually, if you took out the actor from one of those films and put him in one of his others,
I can cut a promo.
In fact, very often in all these movies,
confused.
without
Am I
naming
seeing
them.
this movie, or am I seeing that one with the same actor?
I can cut a promo of all of them and make a new film.
Which will actually be exactly like the previous one.
Ameesha, have you ever done a movie that you said, okay, why did I do this?
Many. There are so many films that I want when they're releasing on that Friday. I wish there's an earthquake and no one goes watches it and I get swallowed by the earthquake first. You know? But see, the thing is,
You started the conventional way and now you're doing the unconventional.
No, actually, I started the unconventional way.
Kahuna Pyare was an all-out,
I started, that film with a love story. But halfway through filming that, when I was offered Gadar, and Kahuna had not released, in fact, Mr. Rakesh Roshan told me that pagal ladki hai, I'm launching you as this glamorous college kid, and you're going to go get married to a Sunny Deol in Gadar, play a girl from Pakistan, यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक कपड़े सलवार कमीज, and बच्चा उसके ऊपर पे. Don't you think you're too young? I mean, you're in your early 20s. Which heroine would choose to be a mother of a 7-year-old kid? You know, and I was actually blown that I got this, you know, from a person that I was working with, you know, and he was giving me this guidance, and I was a non-industry person. But I went with my gut and I did it. Post Gadar again, they said, are you mad? You're a good girl next door. Abhi chodo, Hamraz, grey character, after money, you know, why do you want to do that? So I've always broken norms. I was the first amongst my contemporaries to wear the sari, while girls thought it ages them. Why have Mangal Sutra, Sindoor and all that thing. I was the first amongst to play a wife with a kid. I was the first to play a widow in Mangal Pandey with Amir with no makeup and take that risk. I was the only one in my contemporaries that did an awesome class film like Honeymoon Travels. And Farhan Akhtar, when he approached me for the film, he said, you know, Ameesha, you're too big a star for this film. We've got not heroines, but we've got like a awesome cast. And but the writer, please just meet her for my sake, hear the narration, because she's really kept you in mind for that character. And when Reema Kadki narrated it to me, I loved it. And they couldn't even afford me in the film because the budget was so tight. So the kind of money they offered, I said, you know what, I'll do the film free. And I did. Wow. Because that's the kind of project I fell in love with, even though I wasn't the stereotypical heroine.
But then, Ameesha, you've been around for so long, you've done some great work, and you've done so well for yourself. But isn't it so much harder for an actress to be there and keep doing stuff compared to an actor in Bollywood? They could do the same thing and still be around, but an actress has to be in it.
Also, an actor can work with girls of any range, they call the shots whom they want to work with, do everything. So it is definitely a male-dominated industry. So yes, it's hard. But I guess if you're talented, and I guess that's why I stayed, because if I wasn't talented, I'd have been kicked out long back. Because I did retract from the film industry for a few years when I was setting up my production house and doing things like that. But the fact that people could still approach you, and didn't think that, okay, now she's only interested in her production or anything, and I'm doing more outside films, and in fact delayed my own home production. Month after month I go on delaying it. And now I delayed it starting from June to July because of the shortcut Romeo promotions. So I guess I'm privileged that I get so much work from outside as well. And that's only because I guess people see somewhere that, she gets it on her merit. She doesn't belong to a camp. She's never been any big hero's girlfriend, and still goes out with everybody and says, we're just friends. I've had the balls, if I've been in a relationship,
absolutely, that
to
must
wear
be
my heart on my sleeve and say, look guys, I'm with this person, and let the industry even presume that maybe I want to get married, and so they don't touch you. But I've given my respect to my relationships.
Absolutely.
So I've been very honest, and I think that God is going to somewhere, pay me back big time for that honesty.
Neil, you've always been like a critic's choice. Critics have always said nice things about you. Though your films haven't always worked, like the box office success is still there. How does it make you feel?
Well, I think it really makes me feel happy.
Great, I'm happy for that.
I really want, and I pray to God that God understands my hard work. And
the audiences too.
And the audiences too. And they support me with...
Don't sit at home, make a film just
for your own DVD.
I just
you
hope
want to entertain people.
And
he's really taken an unconventional way, and I think he needs to be applauded for that. And I hope this time the applause comes from the audience.
Box office also.
But it's not for the numbers, or it's not for the money or anything. It's just that so that the audience knows, and not just the audience actually. It's for the certain section of people who question my capability. For them to just keep quiet.
You also said that while working on this film, you were drained. Was it so painful working with Neil?
I'll see you.
We understand each other too.
Actually, Neil was the only relieving factor, because though at that time I used to get irritated because it was such stressful scenes and really needed focus and concentration, and I'd be in that whole mood and be exasperated and exhausted, and he'd start giggling and joking and doing all that till the camera actually came on. And I would be screaming at my director and say, please do something with your hero. I can't work like this. Because he'd be giggling. But, at least he made the ambience, really light, because it was very necessary to get that. Otherwise, I could have maybe had a nervous breakdown because it was such a heavy scene.
I'm sure you're aware, right? He's a total ladies' man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's here. He links up since
Unfortunately,
And I have teased him a lot.
She teases me a lot about that.
Because every
interview when he comes, I'm like, okay, there's a new link up.
I used to open
No, apparently there's a link up with her.
No.
With her?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you about it then.
I'm telling you.
Okay, so you haven't told me the link up with Neil. How
There
does it
has
feel being
been
linked
no
up?
link up, because I was like, I don't want to be in part of that where he's linked
But
up
I
with every
also,
girl
I'm
in every
always
film.
shocked.
Yeah, he's linked up with everybody.
Every girl. So
I'm
I
linked
said,
up.
I'm not going to be.
Unfortunately.
How does it happen? And they all turn around and say he made us very comfortable in the romantic scenes. How do you do this?
See, my biggest problem, if you have to say, is that I'm extremely polite.
Charming.
Friendly.
I'm extremely polite.
Also.
Yeah.
For example, Pooja, we were shooting in Masai Mara. It's the jungle.
Yeah.
It's the wild.
Okay.
You never know when a lion's going to come and bite your bum. It's like that. I'm serious.
Yeah.
And So, and she being a woman, a lady, you know, I have a sister, I have a mother. I know if they had to, you know, work in an atmosphere such as Masai Mara's jungle, you know, they need a little bit of protection also, in the sense of there was no vanity vans out there, was no tents out there, no bodyguards or, you know, as such. So the first is she just broke down crying, and I felt really bad that here we've asked somebody to come and be a part of our film. We are men, you know, we are guys. We can take our t-shirt off anywhere and just wear another t-shirt or you know, slip on a jacket or, you know, whatever. We just go behind a tree and, you know, empty your barrel, just like that or whatever. But I realized that, I mean, she's a girl. So instantly I felt I had a lump in my throat when I saw her crying. So I called a few people up in Nairobi, you know, through friends and whoever I knew, and asked Susi to help me out. We organized for a hummer for her.
Ameesha, tell me, what's the shortcut to a man's heart? Are there any shortcuts to a man's heart?
Bata de yaar.
Mine, I don't
might
think
help
so.
me.
Really?
For the next link up, it might help.
If you're asking me that, do I have a shortcut to a man's heart? Is there anything that I would find that would attract me? I think just his sense of, I need a very intelligent man.
How would you find a way? What is your shortcut to a man's heart?
Nothing, he just has to like me for who I am, you know. Because what you see is what you get with me, you know, and this is it. So that's the shortest you can
but
get.
Ameesha's too strict a person, no?
Really?
It's
so tough to fall in love with her. What are you saying, Neil?
She's like, come
something about that, Ameesha, come on.
Do I look like that?
see there.
Do I look like that?
It was great talking to the two of you.
Thank you.
And I really hope there's a shortcut to the box office, and I really hope you all get there this time. Good luck, Neil.
Thank you.
Ameesha. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.